what's happening outside is simultaneously wonderful because it's warm and uh, but you know something's wrong at the same time. So it's this bittersweet. You're like, oh, the fresh, hot sun, and you're like, but it's actually way too hot for this time of the year. It's very strange. And holding both of those at the same time is really what we must do. And the feeling of how good it feels, and also the concern and the alarm of like, we're not going in a good way, we're not going in a good direction. And it can be so easy to then spiral out into the train of thoughts and the train of despair, especially when we read the science and we read the news and we know we have 10, 12 years to really turn this boat around. And for me, one of the things that I do is ground myself in my body, because I am of and in and of the Mother Earth, and there's also a whole world that's right here. And so I start with what I know I can work with, and that is my body. And the parallel between a body that is roughly 70 some percent water and a planet Earth that is roughly 70 some percent water is a pretty juicy parallel that I can get behind and say, oh, this I can work with. And if I can ground myself into this being here, into this vehicle, then I can start to work with what's happening on the outside. Then I can start to hold more of the concern, the grief, the despair, and the possibility that is available. So I start in my body, and I walk, I breathe, I practice yoga, asana, I practice sitting meditation, and more than anything else, I sing. I just start getting into my body, and then I want to, and anytime I'm having a bad experience, I can really start to, sometimes I sing this song from Brazil that it's a folk song, and it always makes me, and it's a water song. So it's like, oh, I'm talking to the water here, I'm talking to the water here, outside, inside. And the song sounds like this. Quem te ensinou a nadar? Quem te ensinou a nadar? Foi marinheiro, foi os peixinhos do mar. Foi marinheiro, foi os peixinhos do mar. And that's who has it taught you to swim? Who has it taught you to swim? Oh, it's the fish. It was the fish in the sea. Oh, it was the fish. It was the fish in the sea. And it's obviously visceral, and it gets me in my body. I just start smiling after I sing it. I can't help it. And I'm more comforted because I can remember that, like, as these waters converge, my inner waters and the outer waters, that if I stay present and I develop the tools to stay present with what's happening, then I, the fish, and we, the school, might be able to navigate these changes as they continue to come.